tremendous looking trophy.
Welcome to the number one PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. My name's Dylan Blight. Joining me, Ashley Hobley.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here recording again right before a bunch of news breaks.
Yeah, I just want to note. So, I honestly thought about delaying it, but I'm like, it's not like we know it's a PlayStation Direct happening or something. You know what I mean? Like a state of play.
Yeah.
Like, if there was a state of play, I would have delayed it till Gamescom's over tomorrow. But delaying it for what may end up only being just another Death Stranding trailer, you know what I mean? Like nothing. We can discuss that next week. It's not the end of the world. If that's all it is, if they announce Death Stranding, I don't know. Like if they announce something major, then I'll be like, motherfucker, I should have just fucking.
If they announced what Death Stranding actually is,
yes.
Like, oh my god.
Then I'll be like, God damn it, we should have just fucking delayed the show. But as it stands, it's like, what is even the point of delaying it a day for probably just another Death Stranding trailer? But yeah, so this is coming out at 6 a.m., which Gamescom's just finished as this episode will drop. That's how that works out.
Yeah.
Like, it literally will just drop right as it finishes. So yeah, the ultimate
Outdated.
It'll be the ultimate
release.
outdated thing if something major is announced, because it'll be like, and the Gamescom show's out over, and then the tweet will come up. Then I'll post a tweet that's like, listen to.
I can't believe they announced the release dates for their next 5 games in one day.
Yeah,
The next 5 AAA Sony exclusives.
don't say that.
They came out and did like a Marvel presentation.
Don't curse me, please. Don't curse me. All right, so this week in the trophy cabinet we have bronze trophy for Erica might be releasing soon. You're like, what the fuck's Erica? We'll get to that. A silver trophy, No Man's Sky Beyond in VR. Thoughts, fears. Gold trophy goes to Need for Speed, gets announced down nowhere. New Need for Speed game. Who saw that coming? Who'd have thought that would be a thing? What's happening? The world's going crazy. And we hit a platinum with MediEvil getting another behind the scenes video. Because this is, of course, the number one MediEvil fan podcast in the Oceanias. Ash is huge.
I mean, you got enough MediEvil love for probably like 5 hosts.
So the good thing about hosting the show and doing the notes is that I can literally say, you know what story gets the platinum trophy this week? The MediEvil behind the scenes shit.
The
Anyone
one
else?
is undeserving, yeah.
Yeah, I put that. That's the best thing this week. So before we jump into news and stuff though, I've been seeing the last week you've been playing a USC game.
Yeah. So there's a funny story to this.
I'm hoping there is, because I don't think I've ever seen you play one before or whatever. But it wasn't just like it wasn't like, oh, you jumped on and I saw you play it once and you was like, oh yeah, like killed some time, whatever. You've got like a fair chunk of the trophies and you've been playing it a fair bit. So
yeah. So the funny thing is, I signed up for that EA Direct
Access.
Yeah.
Right.
EA Access or whatever it's called, yeah. So because I wanted to try out Madden 20. So you get a 10-hour free trial.
Okay.
Of the game. I played the 10 hours. It's Madden. I didn't enjoy the career mode. It's called QB1 or Face the Franchise. One or the other. And then there's barely any storyline. It's fine.
I thought they had
it
that
plays like Madden.
storyline.
It looks like Madden. It's prettier, but that's about it.
I thought they had the
Funny
storyline
thing is,
stuff now.
no trophies.
What?
No trophies for the free trial. Which I guess makes sense. But I put a fair amount of time and didn't pop a single trophy.
Hold on. The free trial of EA Play?
No, of Madden. So, because it's a new release, they give you a 10-hour free trial of the game.
But if you bought it, like your save would continue and everything, right?
Yes.
So then, like if you pay for it, then what happens? All of a sudden, all these trophies are just expected to pop that you
Pop?
may have?
I don't know.
But what
Maybe.
if the save file fucks up and it doesn't like recognize that you should have all these trophies?
Well,
Man,
then you just
you're
have to do it
scaring
again.
me. You're fucking scaring me. Fuck this. Hell no. You're putting 10 hours into a fucking game, you're getting 0 trophies out of it? That's not a trial. That's a fucking test. They pay you for that shit. You know? 10 hours and get 0 trophies. Fuck me.
But no, yeah. So then I went, what else on this list of EA games have I not played that I realistically could play to download? So yeah, I tried out UFC 3. Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's enjoyable. It's got It's very in depth because obviously it's hard to translate that fighting style to a video game. Yeah, I'm just working my way through the career mode, knocking people out. Very satisfying. But yeah, it's fine. I don't think it's anything amazing or anything, but some of the animation and the commentary is not great. But it feels like USV. They do a lot of build up. They got the guy who does the like introductions and everything, so that's cool. Yeah,
Joe Rogan.
And no, well, I think he's on commentary, so
yeah,
he's in the game. But yeah, and you get trophies. So,
this isn't a trial though, is it? This is
this isn't the trial. This is part of the EA
This is why I'm
Direct,
fucking confused because it's like you pay for EA Play. You play for EA Play. No, EA.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yes.
EA Access.
EA Access. You pay for EA Access. You're telling me you paid for EA Access. You got a 10-hour trial of the Madden, which gives you 0 trophies, but you're paying for the fucking service, and you're getting 0
trophies.
But then you get trophies for other stuff.
Maybe if you buy the full game, or when later it comes out properly, like added properly to the EA Access, all the trophies will pop. I'll let you know. Maybe.
I don't like it. What? How? Since you've actually done it now, like, what's the actual? What's it like surfing around? What's the actual service like then? You sign up. You sign up.
So there's not a great range of games. Obviously, a bunch of them are outdated sports games. The only other thing I downloaded was Burnout.
Which one?
So I haven't played that yet.
Paradise?
The Burnout Paradise remastered. So
okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's a good game. So there's a thing.
Like, I'll probably turn off it, and then if there's a free trial for FIFA, maybe I'll sign it back up, play that to see how it is, or whether it was worth buying a copy this year. Which I don't think there will be.
No, how much is it? I've already forgot.
It's like $7 a month.
$7 a month. Okay, so you paid $7 to play 10 hours a game and get no trophies. Is what you told me.
I played this other game and got a bunch of trophies, so it's all good.
I can't get over the Madden thing.
You can't get over it?
No. It got me fucking hooked on the Madden thing. Yeah, I can't get past it. So let's move into some bits and bobs and news right here. So the first thing comes from over press start. Sony has today announced that they'll be adding 4 new colors to the DualShock 4 range, as well as launching a newly designed gold headset. The 4 new colors are... let's rank them. Let's rank them as we go, Ash. Right? Let's rank them. We're a PlayStation podcast. Yeah. We're going to rank the fucking controllers. Okay? The first color, electric purple. What do you rank that?
Wait, are we ranking like out of 10, or are we putting them in order of...
No, out of 10. Out of 10. Yeah. Out of 5.
Like a 9.
Whatever. Or you can do our thumb system if that's easier. We'll do that.
2 thumbs up.
All right, 2 thumbs up for electric purple. I'll give electric purple double thumbs up as well. Red camouflage.
2 thumbs down.
It's, for listeners, I should be describing.
I can't see it in red.
Well, yeah. The electric purple is just a straight up purple controller. I want that one. I'll probably get that one. The red camouflage one is it's a camouflage controller, except for it's red and black instead of green and black, brown, or whatever color you would call it.
Instead of being invisible,
yeah. So it's literally not camouflage unless you're in hell.
It's hell camouflage.
It's hell camoufage. So I give on double thumbs down on that one as well. Next one, titanium blue.
That's 2 thumbs up. That's a pretty looking controller.
That's a pretty looking controller. See, I have for video viewers and yourself. So I have this blue one, right? You can see this?
Yeah.
This one came out. This I don't know what this is like the Uncharted time
it's
period.
Like that,
one or whatever.
But shinier.
Yeah, it's kind of looks like that, but yeah, shinier. That's good. It's like matte finish or something. I give it 1 up, 1 down. Like solely because I'm like I have blue. I've seen blue. You're not blowing my socks off. You know what I'm saying? And then the fourth and final one we have here is rose gold. What are you giving this one?
I mean, it looks good. I'll give it 2 thumbs up. But let's be honest, it's pink.
It's rose gold. It's rose gold.
It's pink, but they're calling it rose gold because they're worried about the fanboys getting upset.
I'm giving it 1 up, 1 down. It's okay, but there's no way I could have that controller without just thinking of iPhones, because that's
true.
One of the colors.
But you've also got to consider they've released a headset that's rose gold as well.
That is true.
So now it's a matching set.
Yes, that's the thing. You'll get a redesigned gold headset, which will be launching rose gold variation of the headset. So you can get a matching controller and a matching,
which is pink,
headset if you prefer to have the PlayStation branded headset. I can't say anything about them. I've personally never used one. So there you go. And all these controllers are due to come out on September 6th. So what's that, 2 weeks away? Something like that. They'll be in store shelves.
God. It's almost September. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, so Need for Speed come out of fucking nowhere this past week, interestingly. There's lots of different ways you can kind of look at this and discuss this, because it's quite weird. Why wasn't it at EA Play or E3 or whatever, however you want to word that?
Because they didn't have enough information for a 30-minute bit panel.
But couldn't you just show the trailer? Couldn't you?
I mean, they could have sold it to Xbox. They didn't have
anyone. You know what I mean? Just anyone. And maybe that's one way to look at it. That's my initial reaction. But now I'm kind of like, maybe it is better that they didn't show this until now, because it has got a lot more press than it probably would have. No, not probably.
Yeah.
It's got a lot more press than it would have. It's
definitely got way more.
Full stop. Yes, exactly.
It would have gotten drowned out at E3.
Yes. And they kind of put peace at a good time, because Gamescom's coming up, right? Gamescom just happened. We went over that. I hope it was good, everyone. I hope it was good.
Well, technically, it's still going, so.
Oh, that's true. Yes. No, hold on. If we treat it like E3, it ends when the conference is over. So they announced this thing at the start of the week, basically, or the week before Gamescom. Kind of in this period where no one's doing fuck all, because people are holding all the announcements for Gamescom, and like there's nothing happening, and they show this. So they got the limelight pretty well. Pretty well. But for the trailer itself, firstly, do you care about Need for Speed games? Like, would you play them? Have you played them? What's your history with Need for Speed?
I haven't played them since the Underground era, so back in PS2. So
okay,
probably not on my list as a high demand.
I haven't played the last couple generations, but I don't know. I haven't played any on PS4, for that's for sure. But I did play some of the ones that were on PS3, including like Shift and Hot Pursuit and one other one, but I don't remember the name of. But none of them were ever as cool and as exciting as the Underground days, which is the thing that everyone, they think Need for Speed. Everyone in the comment section is like, just make Underground 3. Just make Underground 3. Why can't you just make Underground 3? And I gotta say, looking at the trailer, this definitely feels like they don't show a lot of gameplay, obviously. There's only a couple seconds of gameplay in the trailer towards the end of it, and it's mostly like a tonal piece to set up what's happening. But this kind of feels the most underground-ish we've been for quite some time. Definitely feels like it has that Fast and Furious vibe thing, or whatever you want to call it, going for it. Because obviously Hot Pursuit, Underground was basically Fast and Furious, the game without Fast and Furious in the title.
Licensing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because they show, it appears what's going to be happening is you're going to be like doing some events during the day, and these are sanctioned official races. You're good to go. You're going to go off there and you're going to race people there and do whatever. And then when it gets around to nighttime, you're doing illegal street racing and the cops are after you and whatever else. Now, and how you choose between these events, obviously we don't know. I'm kind of hoping that it has the game will have like a clock system of sorts, like a real time, like day to night cycle would be cool, because then like it could rotate through, and then you have to use your time kind of wisely to choose what races to do during the day. Comes around to night, choose how to spend your time there. Maybe I'm asking a bit too much from a fucking EA Need for Speed game, to be honest. And also there are warranted worries to have, like if why did they just announce this randomly? Are they literally kind of just chucking it out to die? You know what I mean? Like, they've got no faith. EA's just like, yeah, Need for Speed game, whatever. People don't care about these anymore. They never do super well, but at the same time, it is one of EA's major properties. It is their major car property, you know what I mean? So, but I'm mildly interested, is what I'll say at the moment. I'm definitely not going to get super excited about a Need for Speed game ever unless I read really positive stuff about it from people I trust, or I get to play it myself and I can judge my own, my own thoughts at that point, my own opinions, and form them. But I'm never going to get super excited about a Need for Speed game judged off just a trailer, especially a trailer like this, which is kind of corny. You got the girl voiceover like, "You treated us like this, and now what?" It's like, okay, yeah, you're street racers, yeah, very good. But
I mean, isn't that what every game, Need for Speed game is?
Yes, but it's never going to super excite.
A girl telling you what you did wrong.
I'm hoping
you need to start from the bottom. I know you're a great racer.
Yeah, exactly. They show some stuff of the inside the person in the car. Like I'm presuming you. I'm hoping maybe this one will let you actually customize your character and do some stuff, because some of the other ones, like, you just kind of get stuck with a very boring character and you couldn't even change them and whatever else. Some of those PS3 ones or whatever they were as well, like, I don't think you ever saw your character, but then they had like the live action recorded cutscenes of like other street races and stuff. It's like, I don't like any of this, but they show customization stuff, they show street racing, they show cop stuff, they show this daytime racing stuff, whatever else. If it is really as cool as it kind of looks in a trailer, then sure, I would be down to put some time into a Need for Speed game at some point this year. I'm just kind of worried about it because, they didn't announce it at E3. They just chuck out the trailer. As much as we're saying maybe it was a good thing because they have got more press of it. And it's literally, it's literally out in a couple of months. Where'd that come from? That's why would you, it's Need for Speed isn't Fallout. Right?
I mean, to be fair, the best EA games are the ones so far this year are the ones with the least.
That's true.
Lead time.
That's true. Apex Legends is kind of leading the forefront there. All right. So next interesting thing, this was a weird story, I thought. So it comes from Kotaku. It says cloud saves on PS4 have a weird limit. Cloud saves are great. They keep your data safe, providing backup to everything you've ever accomplished in a PS4 game. They also make it easy to stop playing on one PS4 and pick up right where you left off on another. But PS4 Cloud Save have a bizarre 1,000 file cap, and no one's really sure why it exists. Twitter user Dizzy_Ziddy ran into this problem just this week while trying to upload more saves to their cloud storage, sparking new questions about the fine print surrounding cloud saves on PS4. Saying, quote, "Still going to complain about PSN's cloud save limit where they have a ridiculous file save cap, 100 gigabytes. But you can never reach it since they have a quantity limit of 1,000 saves," they wrote. Which, yeah, is interesting because obviously back in February they upped it from 10 gigabytes to 100 gigabytes and everyone was super happy. They're like, "That's crazy, like we're never going to run out of space now, look at all the gigabytes." But if you have a thousand file limit, you're definitely in most cases going to reach that limit before you ever reach 100 gigabytes. So it kind
especially when the save files are not huge.
Yeah, most save files aren't huge unless they're like some games like your massive RPGs type stuff. Some of those have like several megabyte save files, but even then, like you gotta take a lot of those to get going. Also, like how in this article it kind of points out an important thing for, especially because I play like this type of person I am too. It says a lot of these games have multiple saves though, and some have a ton. My save data for Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age, consists of 6 save files, whilst my save file for The Witcher 3 contains 14. Then there's Mass Effect Andromeda, which despite all of its failings, I play a lot of, and the save file count for those games is 84 individual save files. Look, I'm not proud, but those are the facts. So they obviously...
Wait, so...
84 save files, yeah.
So he saved 84 different...
save files.
Save points?
Yes, different save points. Yeah.
I mean, props to Mass Effect Andromeda for giving you 84 different save.
I'm going to presume they have 100 different. Back
in the one storyline.
Yeah.
In the one playthrough.
Yeah.
That's
back in the day, all the Final Fantasy games on like PS1 and shit, they had like 100. It was either 50 or 100. I can't remember. 50 or 100 save slots, and I would use every single one of them. And that's how my brain is now trained to save. If a game's going to offer me 8 save slots, I'm using 8, you know? Like if it's going to give me 10, I'm using 10. 50, I'm going to get fucking close to 50, 100, we'll see how we go. But that's because, and it saved me many a time. Go listen to Arcade Couch a couple weeks ago and I talked about my Fire Emblem thing. And if you're someone that literally has no idea why you would use multiple save slots, I'm like, please listen carefully because I will save your life right now. If you play any RPG, you need to learn how to rotate save files. What happens is you make one, and then when you go to save again, use a different one. And then when you go to save again, use a different one. And the only time you ever save back on top of the same save file is when you've literally rotated back around to the very bottom. And then the process continues. That is how I save all my games. That's how I save them all. The Witcher, for example, Witcher 3, I used every single save slot. I don't know how many save slots there was. I used every single one. And then when I had to start a new game plus, it was like I overlapped the very bottom save file. But then when I was playing on my new game plus file, I then allocated like half the save. It was messy, is what I'm saying. Then I was rotating half of them, but I was still keeping half these save files in case I wanted to go back to my non-new game plus save files. It was a mess. Anyway, so I wonder how fucking close I would be because they automatically upload all these save files. I have not checked. They automatically upload all these save files. That's how it works, you know. It doesn't matter. You have 84 fucking save files for The Witcher. It's going to upload them all to the cloud. It doesn't just upload the most recent one or whatever. They're all separate files. They don't overlap one another. That's just how it works. Unless the 84 files are somehow kept inside one profile thing, which isn't how it works. Some games will, rare occurrences, have like a couple different save slots and they'll be saved under one profile thing. But most games don't do that. Not how it works. It's weird. It's an arbitrary number, as they point out, 1,000. Why? Why be 1,000? Why is it set to 1,000? Is this just more weird PSN
nonsense?
I
was going to say that's the answer. Because it's the PSN. That's why.
And it doesn't make any sense. I like how it's taken this long for people to work out too. It's quite interesting.
Well, to be fair, they started the PSN how many years ago?
When I was 12, I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably like a decade ago. Yeah. They were probably like, 1,000's all right. We don't need to. 1,000 files seems a reasonable amount.
That's plenty.
They're never going to hit that. And still using the same PSN
at all. Put it really ridiculous.
I don't know. They probably had to put some sort of limit
but then 9999999. You know what I mean? Why 1,000?
I know it's a nice round number.
Because if you set if in the coding system or whatever you want to call it, if you have to set a limit for it to work, understand. Okay, I understand. But then set the file size, like the amount of files are ridiculously high. No. But then you never have to worry about it because back in the day you only had like a gigabyte. So it's like, it's set that high, but no one's ever going to reach 99999 because you could only have 1 gigabyte. So instead of, that's what I'm saying. If they just set that high and then they continued over time as technology got better and whatever else and they can afford, they're like, here, you can have 100 gigabytes now. They would have been like, cool. Now you can get closer to reaching that limit of 99999. Weird. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things. It's like, why is this the thing? Why is this even the thing?
Someone made a stupid mistake 10 years ago. We're all paying for it now.
Yeah, they've been continuing. That's just the way PlayStation works these days. Just how they work. All right, so talking about Gamescom, this news we may have more on this now, but I kind of just wanted to cover it now because it's a game that got announced during Paris Games Week 2 years ago, which was called Erica. Do you remember this at all?
No.
Yeah.
But to be fair, that Paris Games Week was a bit of a blur.
Why? Was you drunk?
We were together after PAX. That's that one.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is too, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, I could remember this trailer, but I could not remember where I watched it. Or where I was.
You blanked it out.
Yeah. I mean,
you blanked out your whole Shepperton experience.
For good reasons. Good reasons.
But there was a lot of announcements in that show.
There was a lot of announcements, yeah. So Erica was a game that was announced by Gamescom in 2017, a PlayLink title. Now, if this is revealed during the Gamescom thing before this episode releases, maybe there's a chance that they've actually dropped the PlayLink thing, because obviously we still don't know if PlayStation thinks highly of PlayLink, or maybe it's a thing that they want to give up on there. We won't know for sure. I don't think if it's a PlayLink title or not.
I don't know. I feel like they're still pumping out those.
They're doing the kids ones, but maybe they'll, or the family orientated ones, but maybe they're like, the ones aged at a.
Yeah, I don't know how good the Supermassive one did well.
Yeah, the Hidden Agenda one, which was the cop one or whatever. I've played that and I quite enjoyed it, and that's what kind of gives me hope for this. So Erica is a FMV game, so full motion, real actress and actors and whatever else is going to be on your screen. And how it's going to work is you get the app on your phone. The car, you're basically watching a TV show play out, and then it'll get to a point and they'll pause. It's literally like old school FMV games, except for instead of like clicking with your mouse and selecting go left, go right, whatever, it's going to come up and then you'll select options on your phone. And then they talked about previously like integrating other things. So like they said, I think it was like a journal, a notepad or something like that. For example, they said you'd be able to like flick through it on your phone to look through notes and stuff. You know, little things like that are going to be able to use your smart device more. So that was like the whole PlayLink time thing. Whether or not they announce other like versus modes or multiplayer both modes and how that all works, because obviously PlayLink is supposed to be more about a multiplayer or a cooperative experience. I don't know, because Hidden Agenda you could play solo, but it was mostly designed around this multiplayer or co-op in quotation marks mode where you played with other people, you clicked on decisions, and then the highest percentage decision that was chose is the one that the character would do. But then you also had like special abilities that you could activate like once per 5 turns or something like that, and it would basically make your decision happen no matter what. So then you could play Hidden Agenda like a complete arsehole and try and get the character killed. Like the people you're playing with could be like, turn left, run away, and you're like, nah, activate special ability, run that way, and then everyone else is like, why would you do it? That's just for fun. So I don't know how this is all going to play out. I enjoy FMV games in general. Like I think they're, well, let's be honest. They're easy platinums usually because you can follow a guy and get everything. Yes, they're very good. But also B, I enjoy playing them because they are basically just like playing a TV show. You know, it's literally like Telltale games, but with actual not real actors. That's not what, but actual actors in front of the screen, not just voice actors and whatever else. It's like watching a TV show and interacting with it. So, if this shadow drops at if this shadow drops at Gamescom, I'm going to be highly intrigued, which I do think it may shadow drop because the trophies just went live on PSN as of recording. They went live on PSN earlier during the day. We hadn't heard anything about the release date for this game at all. The game hasn't been talked about quite some time, and the trophies go live right before Gamescom. It's kind of like, I think there's a little bit of credence to how that's all going to work out. And the trophy list looks very much like this type of game. It's like, find all the secrets, do this thing, this person dies, this person doesn't die, get this ending, get this ending, get this ending, don't do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool. Yes, please write me a guide, and we'll get through that one. Would you be intrigued in checking this one out if it shadow drops, or you're like, nah?
No, unless it like gets good reviews or something, or we can play it together or something, I don't know. But online PlayLink hasn't been really. They really shot. They don't work.
Shot the boat. Is that the saying? I don't know. Whatever the saying is on that one, the PlayLink thing.
Shot themselves in the foot.
Shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, whatever it is.
Which I guess you could do on a boat. But depends on the strength of the wood. Otherwise, you might put a hole in the boat.
Yeah, you got to be careful. All right. So last thing I want to talk about this week in the news is, of course, MediEvil. So MediEvil got a behind the scenes video this past week, and it got me super, because it's been a while since we got a trailer or anything, right? So I haven't been watching much about old MediEvil lately, and watching this trailer, or behind the scenes video I should say, got me super pumped for the game. And it is coming out at a weird time. It's coming out against all these big AAA things, which of course worries me. Not for the game, because like the people that are going to play this are going to play it. That's why I don't think where it's releasing doesn't matter. It's got its audience, and it doesn't matter where it releases. As you know, it doesn't have any competition. People aren't going to buy Call of Duty over this. You know, people are going to buy this are going to buy this. It's just how it's going to work. It's got me worried for my time. Because I'm like, I want to play this, but then I do want to play the other things. I can't stop or whatever. But it looks really good, and I'm saying that I guess like you could watch this, Ash. You know, as someone who hasn't played the original, and you're like, it looks fine. Like, why is it thing? But as someone who's played the original, I'm watching this. I'm like, oh, it looks so much like but this is the same as Crash and Spyro, I guess. They've done really good jobs with all these things. It's like it looks so much like it. It's hitting all my nostalgia. I'm like, yes, this level, this. They show the boss, I think it's they show the first boss in this behind the scenes video as well, which is like fought in this church thing or whatever it is. And I was like, yes, I remember this thing and all this other stuff. The music, instantly recognizable to me, just bringing back memories. In fact, because my brother played this game a lot as well, I was watching this in the lounge room today, and he was like, is that MediEvil? Just off the music that was playing in the background of the video. Like, that's how recognizable, how often we fucking played this game when we were kids. Then they also, something I do want to talk about, because I kind of talked about this before, they hinted at it previously, and they kind of hint at it again here that I find interesting, is they talk about how they got the source code for the game, and that's kind of what they base this off, which, you know, cool. I think they did the same thing for Spyro or whatever. They got the source code for the original game, and they kind of redid the assets on top of that. But they said that when they was going through the source code, that they actually found bosses that didn't make it to the game, and like phases for bosses that didn't make it to the final version of the game for whatever reason, right? I'm wondering, because they neither confirm nor deny if they've actually gone ahead and finished off stuff that the original dev team never got time to finish. So in that case, it would be a remake, sure, of the original game. But if they add extra stuff, it's really going to bring a little bit something more to this that neither Crash or Spyro had, you know? Because as good as those are, they are just straight up remakes. They don't bring anything new to the table. But if this game actually has them finishing off stuff that never got finished in time for the original release of the game, I think that's way cooler. Like, that's going to bring a lot to the table for this one, I think. Also, they showed the Hall of Heroes, which I briefly talked about one time on here, and I was saying the Hall of Heroes is a great place where you go between levels to get new weapons and stuff, and that was getting me super excited as well. Either way, I think this looks great, and I can't wait to play it. I assume your thoughts are still, I'm happy that you're happy.
I'm happy for you. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, I'll double check. Did you flick for this one at all? Watch it or
a little bit, but I mean, it looks like MediEvil.
You still just like
looks like everything we've seen so far.
Would you play it? Like,
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
Okay. I always worry. I'm like, because it has like the horror vibe. I'm like, it's not actually a horror game.
It's not. No.
It's like a kid's horror game. You know, like it's not actually scary. It's just his eye pops out of his head and he goes, "Oh shit, better put that back in."
It's the thing. It's like a supernatural theme.
Yeah,
not a horror game.
Yeah. They also put another thing I never actually thought about in that behind the scenes video. I thought was really cool before moving on. I just remembered. They say how there's like 52 or 54 something like that different enemy types in the game, and they're like, we had to recreate all those, which is a lot. And they were like, if you think about most modern games these days, most modern games don't even have close to that many different enemy types, and you're like, you're right, they don't.
Same Arab guy all the
yeah,
slightly different beard.
Yeah, for every Call of Duty. Yeah, it's like 50. When you're it's one of those things where when they lay it out like that, I'm like 50 something different enemy types. That's a fucking lot of different enemy types, and that kind of just proves how big. And that's one of the reasons I like the game though, because it is so like it starts you at the graveyard level, and like, oh, you're a skeleton, you're fighting zombies, fits the same. But as that game continues, the variation creatures and whatever else that you get to fight throughout it, it's like every level is basically a new set of enemies. nearly, or every second level basically. And it goes so many different cool directions. It's like starts out as this horror game, but then it becomes a fantasy sci-fi thing. I don't know what to call it. It's so cool. I'm really excited. Hopefully it's as good as. Hopefully I play it. It doesn't control like shit, and I'm like, damn, it was better in my memories.
Oh my god!
Please no.
Why did I even like this?
Yeah, no, because I haven't replayed it since 2000. I don't know, early 2000s. They did a PSP like port thing, or whatever it was. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so whenever that was when last time I played it.
PSVR for the players.
No Man's Sky Beyond released the update that added a bunch of stuff that I'm like, cool, I haven't played it since day one, so everything's new. Yeah. I haven't played the next update, whatever. I can't tell difference. It's all new stuff, so I can't really talk about what the Beyond stuff adds that the next update didn't add. But the most important thing, of course, that we talked about last week, they added a VR update. That is the reason that we jump back in. That's the reason I installed it in my thing. Now, I saw you was playing it today. I haven't confirmed before we jumped on to record this, though. I'm going to hope that you were playing it in VR.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, please don't tell me like, I couldn't be bothered setting it up, so I was just playing it normally. How much time do you reckon you put into it?
Probably an hour or two, something like that. Not a lot. Still working through the initial tutorial
section
sting, which I feel is new.
Yeah,
not as long.
I honestly can't remember because it's been so many years since I
well, spoilers for No Man's Sky, but you repair the ship. I feel like that would. Well, it's different because I feel like in the first one you were at your ship.
I don't.
Whereas this one you're in the middle of nowhere.
Well, it's
happen upon a ship.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know. I can't remember, I think I put 3 to 4 hours in VR.
Yeah,
like I managed to put was fair chunk of time. And I'll say my one positive thing for it so far is I put that 3 to 4 hours in, and that time kind of flew. I was in VR and I was just in my own world. So to quickly go off the VR checklist for this, did you play it with blinking, like teleport motion, or did you turn on full body control?
I think it was the blinking. I didn't change what the initial.
Okay, so you hold down the move button or whatever, and like you teleport around the place.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I went into options and I turned on full body motion or whatever they call it. So you basically hold the button down and he'll move forward, and then you can use circle and whatever on one of the move controls to
circle and X,
to rotate 45 degrees or whatever. So that's how that works. And I did that the entire time. And I did that jetpacking around the place and whatever else, and I didn't get sick. So, will you not get sick? And by you, I mean yourself plus anyone listening.
I don't know.
The answer's
even after I took the headset, I'm like, I feel a little bit worn out.
Yeah. So,
but that might have been the friggin' flying in the jet, because that didn't control great.
The ship? Yeah, that's the
ship.
The ship. Well, yeah, I was
doing loop-de-loops.
Okay, yeah, that's probably why then you fucking doing fucking loop-de-loops.
But that was a good 15 minutes before I took it off. So
probably what did you? Yeah, all my jumping around planetary stuff. None of that was making me sick with the full body stuff. So that was fine. So now talk about how it looks. Okay,
unimpressive.
That's enough a good way to go with it. It's definitely going to look way better if you just play it on your 4K TV and do it that. If you want to play the game for the looks, play it in normal. But it looks pixelated,
serviceable.
It's fine. It's definitely not like, oh my god, look how amazing this game is. It's not bad enough that it's ruining my immersion, I guess, as immersive as I can be. And I think that's because of how well everything works, which we'll get to now. So as okay as it all looks, I found that the way they've implemented the different menus and controls and how you actually play the game, I felt like they've done really well. And the only thing holding it back is just having better controls. But we got move controls and we're doing the best that we can do with these things.
I feel like this is going to play amazing on the Vive. All the Oculus.
all the other things. Yeah, I mean,
Anything with good controls.
everything with good controls. But for what we got, it's pretty good. And if the tracking was better with the move controls and stuff, it would just be a lot more fluent and better to play. But I still was enjoying the way it's all set up. So the way it's set up is 2 move controls in your hand. Obviously, we're saying you hold down a button to move forward and do whatever you need to do with those. But then obviously, you're also right hand. You got your gun, in quotation. What do you?
Multi-tool.
Multi-tool. Okay, thank. Multi-tool, which you scan stuff with it. You shoot it to mine stuff, whatever. But then you can point your other hand at it, and they'll open up a menu on that, which is where you can interact with. That one brings
you can scan shit. You can change what the multi-tool does.
Yep.
And something else.
Something else, which I can't remember. Yeah, so if you point one hand at it, it opens up a little hover menu, and then you literally just point at what you want and click on what you want. If you point that hand at your left hand, then you can access your inventory, the quick menu to be able to recharge your shield, your health, your multi-tools, gas, whatever it fucking eats, I don't know, and a bunch of other different things. Like your building tool, you can bring that out via that. Yeah. So I would say I really like how well the menu stuff worked. Like, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think they pulled it all together really good. And then I think the visor thing as well.
Oh, yes, the visor thing, yes.
That's cool. Because you put your arm behind you, or you move it towards your head, and then you push the button.
Yes.
And then the visor with all the cool
it's your
information.
Your scanner, I guess, whatever it is, yeah. So it literally goes for a vibe. The motion of like you're putting your hand up to the side of your helmet and pressing a button to activate a scanner. So to do that, you literally move the move controller up to the side of your head and then press.
It's like you push your head and then you get the Star-Lord thing over your face.
Yes, yeah, and that's cool.
See
it works well.
Stuff.
Yeah, and that's cool. You can scan all the stuff and work it all out there. Yeah, so I would say like
I forgot that was part of the game. That was how you make money. I started scanning shit. They're like, you've been credited. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how you make money in this game.
That's how you make money. You scan stuff. Then magically you get credits. Yeah. So then of course and that's all great. So I'll say getting around the worlds, the planets. I'm jumping around fine. I kind of wish I had full motion, full body control because like the way I was playing it, sometimes I want to move like 10 degrees to the left, but I have to like, rotate 45 degrees and then rotate my actual head, to readjust. And like you're constantly kind of doing it. So that kind of becomes a little bit annoying, but that's a general VR thing that a lot of these games have issues with. But in general, getting around the planets, pointing your gun at stuff, mining it, scanning stuff, I would say that although it definitely doesn't look as good as it will just playing it normally, for the type of game this is, honestly, I was finding it a lot more fun because I was there and I was just doing it. You know what I mean? Like, the immersive factor of VR was definitely bringing something to the mundaneness of just mining and scanning and whatever you're doing. Did you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think so. It definitely felt, well, you're in it, so not much else to do. But yeah, I thought it was pretty immersive and that kind of thing. Well, clearly, we lost hours playing it, so
you can't get distracted by stuff. Is the thing, You're sitting there in front of your TV, you're doing it. You pick up your phone, on Twitter, what's happening over here, or whatever else. But because you're actually in VR, you can tell I'm mining. I'm fucking digging a hole over here, getting my chroma bolts,
it's
whatever.
Pretty cool when you get that mining thing and you start just doing a big hole.
Yeah, and that works so much better in VR because even though it doesn't look as like graphically whatever cool, like there's not as many pixels going around here. It's still you're making this huge fucking hole right in front of you, and then I jumped in, and they're like, oh god, and there's like a jetpack out, like all this sort of stuff. It's like it's just more fun and interesting, even though it doesn't look as good because you're actually in there and whatever else. And then also like random times like ships will fly over and all this sort of stuff because you're actually there in VR and you hear the like sound come over your head and you're like, what the
you look up.
Yeah, you look up. It's just all these little things that are kind of working a lot better for me in VR, I would say. So the ship stuff, because that's all the when you're in the planet, blah, blah, blah. The ship stuff, I definitely still don't have my hands around controlling that fucking ship. It is, I mean,
I think it's the controllers is the thing that's not helping.
I nearly crash landed every time I went somewhere.
Yeah.
So you get in the ship, and this is cool, right? So you jump in, you're there, and the first time you do it, you're like, well, this is pretty cool, right? Because it says put your left hand on what would be accelerator, I guess, up to go faster, pull it down to slow down. Cool, that makes sense. You put your right hand on a Joy-Con type thing, and then that's your
joystick, some would say.
Joystick, yeah, whichever way you're looking or whatever. So it's pretty simple. Speed and direction. Off you go. But the second you kind of rotate too far of one or...
Yeah. The problem is the angle. It's if you're just holding if you had have just been holding the move controller like a joystick and then moving it however which way you want, I think that would work fine. Is that you're holding it like you're putting your hand towards the joystick and then moving the joystick.
Your hands are like all the way extended, basically holding these fucking virtual sticks. I found. Because that was another problem I had. I'm like, I wish, because I'm sitting in my chair like I am now.
You're not controlling the joystick. You're controlling a hand controlling the joystick, which isn't as intuitive.
Yes. It's like, I just say, and because my hands are so extended, it just makes it feel more stiff, I was finding, I guess. Because I'm like, my hands are already really rigid, like really out here just holding these fucking things. I'm like, I felt like maybe if the fucking controls were closer, or the virtual controls, I mean, in the ship, maybe I could have like held.
Yeah, that too.
I could have felt a bit more relaxed doing it, and like that would have made it somewhat easier or something. I felt like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, boy, God, the first planet I went to, and look, it is cool. You take off in the ship. You get the like Star Wars fucking hyperspace effect kind of happening and stuff like that.
Once you just take your hands off the steering wheel and you're just going in one direction,
yes,
it's really cool.
Yeah, because you can eventually lock on and press whatever button and say just automatically drive me to this place or whatever. And you're like, cool. You sit back, you're like, oh, this is that is all cool. And once again, not super high pixels or any resolution, obviously anything like that. But again, it's good enough that. Because you're in VR and you buy into it, you're sort of immersed. You're like, this is cool. I'm traveling through space. Oh shit, there's meteors coming up. Fucking dodge, dodge. Please get out. Don't let me die here. Like what's happening? So, the first planet I approached, you come down. It's like I'm fucking basically upside down. I'm like, how do I rotate my ship so I can? Like even land properly, I don't even know. And then I come straight back down and I'm like, oh shit, slow down. I forgot that I had to decrease the accelerator and I nearly crashed into the fucking place. And then I pull up real fast. I'm like, I have no idea which direction I'm facing now. And then I'm suddenly swinging around. And then
I overshot the thing I was aiming for.
I was like, whoa, my fucking God. And by the time I managed to land the ship, I was like, let's not do that for at least half an hour longer because... Yeah. I was just doing donuts in the sky going all over the place. Yeah. It's cool, but at the same time, it's just hard to control. But I do wonder, like, maybe I'll get better. I don't know. It's interesting. It's definitely like, because the only other like big like obviously I did the Jet or Ace Combat thing, right?
Yeah.
But that was just with a DualShock, and I'm sitting in it. I can look around. I think you used your head to like target stuff or something from him. I can't honestly remember at the moment, but I think you used your head to target stuff at the same time. Whatever. But either way, I've just got DualShock. I'm R2 accelerate, L2 slow down. Whatever. Easy. I can control this doing need to do. But it's this because the move controls your hands, and then you're controlling other things, and it's just like it doesn't work super well. It's okay. It's not great.
No.
That's the description for this whole VR mode, though, I feel. It's cool. I was enjoying my time. I would like to go back. I should say that. I would like to go back. I'm playing some other things at the moment, but I would like to go back and do it because I was enjoying my time. I got lost within it. I found it, as I say, it wasn't making me sick, and honestly, it was just kind of like a relaxing-ish VR experience, apart from the planet I land on and it's like everything's toxic. It's killing me. I'm like, can you take me to a relaxing beach planet so I can just relax?
I assume it's the same sort of planets. Freaking frozen planet, killing you the entire time.
Yeah.
And then you land on a freaking toxic planet, which is killing you all the time.
Yes.
So,
and I've seen
thanks.
online, like I see on Twitter, people be like, who've played this game for longer or whatever else, that, you know, people are building fucking shits on planets and whatever else, you know, team mission, like Minecrafting this game at this point. And I see them like beautiful palm trees and beaches and stuff. I'm like, can I go to that planet? Can I go to that planet and learn how to play the game? Why do I have to learn how to play? Why do I have to learn how to play this game? Not only learn how to play the game.
Death trap.
Yeah. Learn how to play it in VR, which is now making things more complicated in this fucking death trap, right? Just take me to the beach planet so I can learn how to play the fucking game. But yeah, do you reckon you're going to jump back in and play more?
Maybe probably jump back in. It was enjoyable, and I think I just started to scratch the surface of like the base building stuff, so I'd be intrigued to see more of that. So
yeah,
because that's completely new.
That's completely new. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's this update or last update, but it's completely new. Either way.
Definitely the last update. I believe bases have been there for a little while.
Okay.
So.
Well, bases. Make your bases. Is everyone like they're trying to tutorial me. They're like, build your base on this death planet. I'm like, I don't want to build my fucking base on this poisonous shit of a planet. No. I want to build my base.
Unless I can terraform this section so it's not friggin' killing me.
Yeah, can I do something?
No.
Like, especially, by the way, did the planet you start the game on, was that killing you as well?
Yeah, it was a frozen planet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Freezing to
Mine
death.
wasn't frozen. I can't remember what it was. It was whatever or something. It didn't look frozen. I don't know. But
I know, it was really cold.
I don't remember that either from the first time playing. I'm like, how aggressive is this game now? It's like, hey, welcome to the game. I'm like reading the tutorials as it's popping up. It's like, you know, read this, like do this and whatever else. And your health is like,
really
going
good
down.
tutorials.
I'm like, motherfucker, I just started the game and I'm dying.
Yeah.
It's basically like, read the tutorial faster. I'm like, I can't.
They didn't even get to mining stuff till like 3 or 4 tutorials in.
I'm like, fucking hell. Game's full out. Anyway, No Man's Sky Beyond. I'll say, as someone who originally traded in No Man's Sky because I thought it was just boring, not a lot to do, wasn't working. I would say that the aspects that I thought were super boring just playing it normally, I would say that stuff is more fun in VR because you're actually just feel more a part of the stuff. You know, it's not just point L using the 2 analog sticks, you're pointing and then holding down R2 at something and you're mining it. You're holding your hand out with the gun, mining it. So you already feel more involved in the motion of what you're doing. But then also the stuff that they've added between the next update and the Beyond update means that there is more story stuff being teased out, more like mission stuff being teased out that we're gonna get to here. And then as I was saying before, they've added this whole base building stuff, so it now makes you feel more attached to the planets you find and want to actually set up and do stuff there. Just more Minecrafty aspects, not as hardcore as Minecraft, but at least you've got more building stuff there. And just discovering stuff in VR was also more fun because I can literally look up with my own head at the top of a mountain, be like, activate the scanner, see that there's a fucking alien glyph thing up there, look up there with my own head, be like, oh yeah, I reckon if I head around to the other side, I can like probably jetpack off this thing and jetpack off, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, instead of just staring at my TV and like, I'll jump over there, it's just the benefits of VR makes some things more fun and interesting. So yeah, I'm keen to jump back in when I can.
I will say I was really wanting to look through all the lore and stuff, but because the planet was killing me so quickly, I didn't have time.
Well, I found one of the glyphs I found was like, you found do you know what the aliens are called? I fucking can't remember.
No idea.
They've got a specific name, whatever. It's like you found the whatchamacall glyph for the word love. I was like, ooh. Yeah, so no one will kill me now because if I ever enter a conversation...
Now I know when people are in love with me.
Well, I'll just... If I ever get conversation choices now, because sometimes you talk to the aliens and you can't speak to them, but like depending on the words you have, you can click on something. So now every single time I'll just be like, love. I come in peace, love. Like, what are you going to do? I know.
I love to kill
No. I love you. Don't kill me, please. All right. Anyway, that is it for this week's episode of Platinum Explosion. You can follow me on Twitter at Vivaladil, Vivaladil. You can follow Ash on Twitter at AshleyHobby, AshleyHobby. You can follow this show on Twitter at Plat Podcast, and you can help out the show by giving us a review either on Apple Podcasts or Podchaser alternatively, or just tweet at us and be like, I really enjoyed when you were talking about No Man's Skies and how you were dying. That was my favorite part of the episode. Like, that's my favorite part of that game. You're a fucking sick person. How's that your favorite part of the game? Get yourself sorted out.
Do you enjoy seeing people die on faraway planets?
Get help.
Asphyxiate? Killed by radiation?
See someone.
Freezing to death?
See someone. All right? I don't know why you told us that.
Well, you know, just keep playing video games.
Do you need to do?
I'm sure it's fine.
ExplosionNetwork.com/Discord. You can tell us how you're going with your issues. And this is, of course, a product of the Explosion Network, on which you can find many more news articles, reviews, and fancy things with jeans and trousers over at ExplosionNetwork.com. And you can follow Explosion Network on Twitter at ExplosionPod. Until next week, remember that every trophy counts. And also, if we got fucked over the Gamescom thing, I'm sorry.
Sorry.